Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, you don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstated, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when I breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Yeah. 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 Hey. Yeah. Let's go. Hey. Yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. If we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. And I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Hit to hit with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game.
Okay, Coach, so the snow and rain have stayed out of the forecast, but we're in for a cold afternoon at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. To throw, Brissett. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Watch twist.
They'll run with Drake. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
4 down, 4 down.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Weapon. Yeah. You don't want none. Check, check, check. Hot seven, hot seven.
Out of the gun, Brissett. knocked away and incomplete. Pierre Desir able to get a hand in and make that play.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. And an alley to run. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there by Gordon. 47 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They run it here with Gordon. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's Gordon. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. These two teams all tied after 1. Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
You don't see that a ton, do you? Where the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. He's scared.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 42-yard line. Black 80. 50 seconds to Mike. I'm going to come back to you.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. They will find Davis. That's complete. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Here we go. 230.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll be out right at the 35. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Like 22, he's coming.
Brissett now. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Mike 22.
Again, it's Brissett. Completes it to Lee. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Just like that. Mike 22.
A first down throw for Brissett. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Here we go.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Mike 20. Mike 38. Check back. Alert.
On 2nd and 15 now. Roethlisberger complete. The tight end Kelsey. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Alert. Easy.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. and they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. First down, Brissett. The screen pass here to Cohen. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Taylor Gabriel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-3. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Under 10. Double. Hey, echo. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Middle. Watch twist. Watch the twist.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. He gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. A very solid gain of 27. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger. This pass complete to Higgins. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th.
It's now 4th down.
Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey, box truck.
They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And he's going to be sacked back on his side of the field at the 44. Markevius Mingo. And that will force a turnover on downs. On first down, it's Cohen. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Kill. Check 43. Check. Fresno. Watch twist.
On the give, this is Drake. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 37. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
I wonder if they just kind of outguessed themselves a little bit trying to run it on 3rd down. Probably should have gone to the air to try and pick it up. Instead, the punting unit will have to run on the field.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. The Browns drive about to get started. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, Ronan. Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
These two. Hatchet. Let's go.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. He was looking for Parker that time.
First and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Brissett. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
He's got the hook up to Lee. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down, got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. They'll run on 1st down. Cohen. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Double up. He's coming, double up.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. On third down, a run with Cohen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive linemen, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That good for 22 and a first down. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run forward with Tariq Cohen. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it second and goal now as they look for that final dagger. On second down, it's Cohen. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now third and goal.
Watch the slant.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Lutz's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for him, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 49. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Yeah, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
At the 16-yard line.
Watch the before. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Steelers, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.